When the people of the world are growing, they judge their value in the size of their bank account. But when a kingdom man is growing, through his life, many people are growing in God. And even if they leave this world in eternity, they will still be relevant. It's bigger than material things. How does the law of the blessing work? First is by honor. What you don't honor, you can't receive from. This morning is a teaching series, so please pay attention. In 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 30, it says, him that honors me, I will honor. But him that despises me shall be lightly esteemed. The reason things will work for you is a spiritual investment on your life called honor. People don't serve you, give to you, or submit to you because you are the best. They do it to you because there is something on your life they can't explain. They just want to honor you. It is God that puts it on a man. But the way a man walks into that dimension of the blessing is in the level of honor that he has for God. He said, him that honors me, I will honor. Him that despises me will be lightly esteemed. So one of the ways of walking in the blessing in this kingdom is to honor God and to honor authority. The reason our generation may not prosper is because we are a dishonoring generation. We feel we know it all. So the young man comes with his revelation that have not been proven, and he begins to attack fathers that represent different dimensions in God. And he thinks because he can speak faster and he thinks he has more mysteries, he will prosper. He won't prosper, because spiritual authorities also represent the spirits that set them. So when you honor a spiritual authority, you are not honoring a man, you are honoring the spirit that put him there. So for the blessings of God to flow through your life, you must honor the Lord and honor the authorities that he has set in motion. In Hebrews 7:7, it says, without every contradiction, the less is blessed of the better. Most of us have come for this conference where we pray in tongues for 2 hours. We will sweat from our head to our shoe, but you can't even honor the president. When they are talking, you are doing your own thing. You will never have dominion. Never. Even if you know more, because you have disregarded authority. And you don't know that when you disregarded authority, you disregarded God. Some of you, because I came now, during the power service, when you see the power of God moving and things happening, you want to touch the man of God. You want to sow a seed to the man of God. You will think by touching the man of God, you will sow a seed. You are joking. I told people before that if it's just by merely touching, now touching transfers heritage. But if it's by mere touching, the wives of ministers would have been the most gifted and most anointed, because they touch them every day, and they touch them much more than any one of you will ever touch them. There is something called honor. When you honor a system, when you honor a structure, everything God allocates to that structure begins to flow in your life. So if you know you won't honor this structure, better don't be here, because the structure itself will fight you. If you say you are part of this structure, what you have done is that you have brought all your possibilities under this structure. So if you don't discern the structure and honor it, you will be in the structure and you will diminish. This is why what should bless people is what kills them. It was Paul that was speaking in Acts of the 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 23 to 24. It said, for this cause many are sick. For this cause many die, not discerning the lost body. I thought the body of Christ is a family and a place of refuge. He said, because some people are part of the body of Christ, that's why they will die. Why would that happen? They not discern the lost body. So when a man doesn't honor structures and the Lord himself, he begins to deplete. He doesn't know why. He's doing so much, yet he's becoming small. But there's another person who understands honor. And in the course of understanding of honor, a little he's doing, God is multiplying it. I'm saying this to us because our generation, we are only moved by power. We are moved by mysteries. We are moved by lingo. We will go nowhere. You have to make up your mind and tell yourself, is this who they put ahead of me? Even if he's a stammerer, I will honor him. Even if he's not well educated, I will honor him. And as you start doing that, the Lord will shoot you up like an iroko tree. And you will wonder, how does this happen? It's a mystery in this kingdom. You don't even need a man to lay hands on you. You don't need God to talk from heaven. My son Nathaniel, I have raised you today. No. If you understand honor, you file into the rank. And everything that flows from the top will flow to you where you are. There are many people that hands have never been laid on them, yet they are great in this world. Meanwhile, there are many other people that the best of men have laid hands on them, but they've gone nowhere. What is the difference? It's honor. Many have locked doors against themselves by dishonor. Many have disqualified themselves by dishonor, and they don't know. They are praying, they are fasting, they are reading books, they are going from one conference to the other, but they carry dishonor in their heart. And everything that should rest upon them, dishonor will make sure it shifts from their head. You can hug them, remove your garment, put on their head, they will go nowhere. Because when the blessing should come, the blessing will reject their head. Because a dishonorable man have disconnected from the circuit system of the spirit. The blessing walks through the channel of honor. If you are not honoring God or honoring the authorities that God has set today, after a while you will see the difference. I have been here for a while, and I know it's not the most gifted that God raises. I've been here for a while. I know it's not the best that God raises. He said when Samuel saw Eliab, the man had a stature that commanded attention and glory. But God said, I've refused him. It's not the best that God raises. It's the one that honors God and honors the structures he set, that he puts the powers of the blessings upon. This is why many never go anywhere. How do you honor? You honor first by reverencing in your heart God and the people that he has set above you. It doesn't begin with an activity. You can be bending down, greeting somebody, yet dishonoring him in your heart. There must be a reverence. So when a leader is put ahead of you, you will be shocked that the reason you may never go anywhere is because of your president or your Bible study leader that you despise so much. Because you can't despise the Bible study leader and claim to honor the president. You can't dishonor the president and claim to honor the pastor. You can't dishonor the pastor and claim to honor God. There are authorities that God has set, including the governor of your state. The governor of your state is an authority. If they are wrong, you can state it. But you don't have power to come and start dishonoring and discrediting leadership that God set in motion. I'm telling you why you may be in Calabar and not prosper. It's not about church. It's a law of the spirit. If it is God that instituted that authority, if you fight it, the structure will fight you. We have many people on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, insulting and violating authorities. The people that God raises are few. It's because they know these secrets. It doesn't sound bogus, but this is what makes men. Your leaders are not doing well. Pray for them. If there is something wrong, don't validate it. State it. But don't insult or dishonor in the process. You can say the truth the way it is without dishonoring. You want to walk in dominion? It's not just prayer and fasting. It's not impartation. It's not what you feel. They are governed by laws. How do you honor God and authorities? Number 2 is by giving. He said, honor the Lord with your substance and with the first fruit of thy increase. You can't claim to honor God and an authority and you don't commit your substance. Your substance is what provokes a blessing. In Genesis 27 verse 3, it said, get unto me venison, that my soul will bless you. Hands can be laid on you, prophetic decrees can be made on you, but you may not receive. Because when you give, it's an act of faith. It opens your heart to receive. You don't receive on your head, you receive on your heart. How do you honor? You honor through service. Respectful service. Some people, since they came for this conference, They've crossed their legs waiting for impartation. Meanwhile, there are certain people here that will serve to a point that they will even forget praying for them. After 1 year, those who served will be blessed more than those who received the impartation and ran away with it. Many don't know it. When I went for an Adbonke's meeting, we came from afar. And of course, we went, they called it passing on the torch. So obviously the man wanted to release impartation on Nigeria. We went to serve. But when we came, they had their organization and their structure. I came, they say, you are not an usher, you don't have a badge. I said, which badge? What is badge? I traveled on the road for 14 hours to come here. You are saying, which badge? They are parking benches from here, chairs from here. We begin to park. We are just watching. Since we are not part of the group, any instruction they give, this was in 2017, not long ago. We didn't go there as apostles and ministers of God. Are they parking chairs now? Thank God. All of us begin to park the chairs. We didn't even wait for somebody to say thank you. In fact, I slept on the field for 3 days. There was no time to go to the hotel. While we are rushing to stand on the first row, we are also rushing to serve. I left that conference in 2017. In 2018, I was all over the place. I didn't necessarily collect his handkerchief, but I forced my way into the blessing by serving. Because I know he needed somebody to carry the chairs and arrange it. And if he needed that to happen, if I do it, I've become an answered prayer to him. Many are too big to serve. In this kingdom, Jesus said, the greatest shall be the servant of all. If you don't serve, you don't honor. And if you don't honor, you don't qualify for the blessings. And if you don't walk in the blessing, you will not be fruitful. You will not multiply. You will not replenish. You will not subdue. You will not have dominion. Forget this hyper grace nonsense they are preaching. You are born again, so you are the blessed of God. That's true. But have you manifested it? You are born again, so you are healed. That's true. Have you manifested it? Close to 70% Christians are sick. Does that negate the fact that they are healed? No, they are actually healed. But walking in it has a definite protocol. Everybody born again is blessed. Is that true? Yes. But how do you walk in it? There's a definite protocol. If you start sharing 1,000 today, you'll be amazed the number of Christians that will queue up. To show you that many are walking in lack. But they will not apply the laws that provokes deliverance. They keep doing what they have been doing for the past 10 years, and they think by doing it again and again they will have results. God is not the God of evolution. He's the God of creation. So you don't get the result just because you are repetitively doing it. If it is wrong for 10 years, it will be wrong for 10 years. Time will not make it right. I told you from the beginning, dominion is not eloquent. Eloquence is laws. Most of us, we have to practice this for 2 years, for 3 years, for it to become a natural part of our lives. For the harvest to begin to manifest. The second law of the blessing is the law of humility and brokenness. I've showed you already. Hebrews 7:7. It said, without every contradiction, the less is blessed of the better. The moment you think you are big, you have disqualified yourself from the blessing. It said, when you were small in your own eyes, did I not make you king? There are many people, they were humble, sweeping the church, serving in their workplaces, they were serving. They didn't know why they were attracting favor until suddenly they are promoted and they became commanders. Hey, get here. Oh, come on here. Do this. And they command their way from the top to the bottom. It says God resists the proud, but he giveth more grace to the humble. He was talking to believers, not unbelievers. So the person who is qualified for more blessing is the man who is broken. This is why even though David sinned more than King Saul, and this is not endorsing sin, David was the one that walked continually in the blessing. Because when you tell David you have sinned, in the public he can tear his clothes. But Paul was so conscious, I'm a king. Even when Samuel wanted to rebuke him, he said, no, not the public. The people are watching. The people are watching. You violate God. You are conscious that the people are watching. Meanwhile, David doesn't care whether the people are watching. In the public, he rents his clothes, sits down, and pour ashes on his head. Every time God looks upon him, he is qualified for more blessing. David was the only man God blesses even when he's in error. The people are watching. Is it the people that made you king? God made you king. God made you a global figure. God made you a governor. God made you a ruler. Now you are conscious of the people. The people will walk you out of office. He said, a contrite heart and a broken spirit thou shalt never despise. Psalm 51 verse 17. So David knew the secret, that the way to walk with this spirit and to command his blessings is always to be a child, to be a baby in his hands. Some of us have become so big that we can't even kneel down in church again. And I'm not saying you must religiously kneel down, but once upon a time you could roll before the Lord, but now you are the guest minister. So there's a way guest ministers stand. So when you come for the conference, you have to stand like a guest minister and look straight, and once in a while you nod your head. You have been blessed. A day will come, you will leave the stadium and start preaching in mushrooms. The Bible said the 24 elders, day and night, they fell from their throne. They cast their crown. I don't care about my reputation. If it has to do with authority, I can strip at any time. That's a man qualified for the blessing. The Bible said he stripped himself of the garment of divinity, so God exalted him. If you have arrived, then your journey have ended. Because your journey actually ends when you arrive. Meanwhile, some people have arrived at the age of 23 as fellowship presidents. Some people have arrived as student union government president on campus. Meanwhile, there are different cadres: counselor, chairman, governor, senator, president. But they arrived as SUG secretary general. So their politics and their political career ends on campus. Have you not seen many SUG presidents? After 10 years, they are touts in the garage. Some people arrive as JCCF president. So on campus, they are papo. The moment they graduate, you see them later. 5 years later, you can't even recognize papo anymore, because he arrived as a JCCF president. So his ministry finished on campus. Some arrive as NCCF papo. So their ministry finished in NYSC. When they finish NYSC, many years later, you see them, they say, oh boy, no easy. You know easy. They have finished their ministry. The day you arrive, that's the day you end. A contrite and a broken spirit, the Lord shall not despise. When you see men walking in dominion perpetually, this is the secret. Some of us, we are fellowship president. No matter how the praise and worship is going on, that's our own. Meanwhile, you are seeing Dr. Paul and Enche dancing like a baby. You are a fellowship president. I'm not saying copy him. I'm just talking about simplicity and humility that is now lacking in our generation. You see Bishop Oyedepo dancing like a baby, but you are big because you have 20 people in the fellowship. You are walking like this during praise and worship. Even your local government, your ministry will not grow past it. Even the ones who don't know how to dance, you see them laboring on the altar just to show you they have forgotten their reputation. You, is only in your bedroom you dance. When you get to your bedroom, you do all the steps. But when you come to the public, you are a cherubim. So you come with a cherubic garment, and there's a way you walk. When everybody is standing, lifting their hands, worshiping God, you sit down like this. We are connecting to the spirit realm. Because the ranking princes, they are your colleagues. Both of you were talking that time when people were worshiping. You were talking with cherubims. You were picking the signals for the meeting. In the spirit realm, you are a clown. They are looking at you like a clown. You meet a man that you should honor, but both of you are guest minister in that conference. That both of you are guest minister in that conference does not mean you are equal. Because you want us to, hey, man of God, how are you doing? Yeah. And then you stand and snap. That's the last time you will function at that level. People you should honor. When you see them, you hustle to snap. And then you put on Facebook, I was with my brother. Many people, their fathers have become their brothers. To make a statement, you will only be on Facebook. We don't know power. See, the angels watch it. They say none shall break their ranks. If you break ranks in this kingdom, the kingdom will fight you down. Please sit down. It's a law of dominion. I see, don't mind me. I just sing once in a while so that I don't trouble you. High-minded people. All your ministry is on Facebook. You sit on one chair and you are premiering to 30 people. And then you are apostle. You now come into the territory, you say, those of us who are apostles in Calabar. You are not an apostle in Calabar. You are an apostle on a page on Facebook with 30 followers. All your ministrations are on the internet. Nobody on ground to minister to. Do you know what it means for a city to come to a man? You see a man taking the whole city. You say, we are colleagues. Even if you are older than him, kneel down. It's not age. We are talking reality in light. It's talking age. Who told you they know age in the spirit realm? Are you not aware that Aaron was older than Moses? I know you love mysteries, but take this to heart and practice it. If the devil wants to destroy you, it makes you conscious of yourself. But if you want power over princes, you must forget your reputation. The Bible says Jesus made himself of no reputation. Saul lost the throne because he was conscious of himself. David retained it because he was never conscious of himself. You have offended the Lord. Tap, he has torn his garment. He was dancing before the ark. Micaiah, who inherited his father's spirit. Micah told him, how can a king be dancing like this? And David asked her, is it your father that made me king? The one that made me king knew me when I was a shepherd in the jungle. Until tomorrow, I won't appear before him as a king. I will still appear before him as a servant.